having like the same base knockback no matter where you swing with the sword.
And we were talking about that earlier, that Lucina is an excellent pick for those who are worried about a character that can control space well while still being very mobile, but Lucina rewards very general spacing as opposed to technical spacing, whereas with Marth, you have to worry about that tipper at all times because there are situations where landing a tipper might not work out for you. Meanwhile, with Lucina, you know if you're hitting, it's a set knockback. You know it's going to be wherever you intend for them to get launched. And you don't have to worry about percentages as much because everything deals a fair amount of damage.
That did a pretty fair amount of damage, you know, hitting both Luma and Dabuz. Numbers opting to throw Rosalina away so you could focus in on the Luma. You know, good stuff that separates a top player from a mid-level player is just how well they are at getting rid of the Luma when they're playing against a Rosalina main.
And a lot of that boils down to realizing, you know, how Luma is going to impact the match. A lot of people like to compare Rosalina and Luma to Ice Climbers from previous iterations of Smash, but I feel like it's more appropriate to just recognize her as a general puppet character. So the puppet itself is of course very threatening, and we know of what Luma can bring to the table, especially with, you know, the rage that Dabuz is packing right now. But you can't stress the puppeteer. Like Dabuz, Rosalina herself is a very threatening character.
You see Numbers trying to get back onto the stage. He manages to use his Dolphin Slash to get back on. Just throws at the forward smash, takes the grab in the pummel and the forward throw. But was it worth it to get rid of the Luma? Dabuz on the assault.
He's looking to move in now. Even without Luma, he knows that he can afford to just put the pressure on John because John's not really approaching too much. He's going for these bears. He's trying to get these stray hits in. And he's having no problem with getting rid of Luma, but he's not really approaching too much on Rosalina.
And Dabuz catching John in his middle of his back roll with Luma, sends Luma in to do his bidding, throws out an up smash, and kills Lucina's first stock.
You know, that situation was exactly why it's so impressive to see desynced operations with Luma, because Dabuz's movement was so tricky.
Wait, what's going on right now? Numbers is fighting Luma. Okay. Like, that was like the pure essence of what you said previously of being a puppeteer character. He wasn't even fighting Rosalina, and Dabuz wasn't charging in. It was literally Lucina versus Luma for a little bit.
Yeah, it's, you know...
Nice pickup.
Numbers finally being able to take off that stock and really recognizing that Luma is in the way for him to approach how he wants to approach. So that's why he's taking things a bit slower. He's focusing on Luma and then Rosalina instead of worrying about the whole package. Kind of like how you got to fight the mini-boss before the real battle. But
Luma's the mini boss.
Luma is the mini boss. That's the mini boss that, you know, the player's guide tells you not to worry about too much, but it's actually like one of the hardest bosses in the game.
Oh, Prima guides, you always just drive me insane. But John Numbers has a little bit of an advantage here. Has Dabuz without jumps. This is gonna be big for him. Goes for the Dolphin Slash. I guess he didn't feel comfortable going for the down air out of the up B, even though Dabuz would have been completely exposed, using up all of his resources to get back onto the stage.
Yeah, he recognized that Luma came back as soon as he was in position to put out a perfectly spaced dare, but I guess he just didn't want to take the risk, and it's really fallen back hard on him now as the ledge is in Dabuz's control.
You know, once again, John Numbers going for the panic back rolls over and over. Throws out two of them at once. He just wants to get back down onto the ground, but these a barrage of up airs are just keep sending Numbers higher and higher. He's going to go to the moon next.
He's bringing him there. All these up air chains.
Nice catch from Dabuz, recognizing that Numbers was going to land right onto the right platform, angled it upwards, and got him, stealing victory from John Numbers' grasp. Because I thought for sure John Numbers was going to take that first game. He was playing so good.
He was in pristine form. And as we can see, he's not switching off that Lucina just yet. He feels he's got this. And we're going to go back to Battlefield, in fact.
The stage he feels comfortable on with Lucina, then why? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Welcome to Undiscovered Realm Comic-Con 2017, where we fight on triplats.
I dig this.
I dig it too, man.
Westchester's a bit of an odd region. They got a lot of interesting characters.
Are we in Westchester? I thought we were in White Plains.
It's close.
I don't know where we are. I get in a car and then they take me places, and then I talk about video games.
We deep though.
We deep though.
You thought Long Island was deep. No, this is deep.
Okay.
But we're not on Long Island right now.
Numbers trying to apply pressure towards Dabuz off stage, but Dabuz manages to just get back into the middle of it, back into the thick of the branches. Luma back on deck. But Dabuz gets the grab. The second Rosalina gets a grab, he's going to be going upwards, airborne. It applies so much pressure as Numbers struggles to get back down to the ground. Luma's out of the picture.
But Dabuz is not out of the fight just yet. He's going in with Rosalina now. He's recognizing that John's not really holding stage control too well, and he's not really bothering to hold him at the ledge, so he can play his typical ledge game.
And abusing the Dolphin Slash on Battlefield. It goes a little bit to the right based on the angle of the stage, so he's able to clip Dabuz a little. Nice avoidance that time. I saw John Numbers thinking about landing into that too. You saw him back up last second.
He considered it, but his movement is very precise, and that's something that you see across all the characters that John plays, is that he's very calculated with where he moves, where he positions himself. And another Luma's going to bite the dust, but...
My Numbers almost got that down tilt, but unfortunately Dabuz grabbed onto the ledge immediately. Tries to hit him with the Dolphin Slash, but Dabuz just being ever such a slippery snake. Forward tilting to Luma immediately.
Simple forward tilt. Just get it out of here. John does not want to worry about it, especially with these high percentages on board. You know that one up tilt, one up air, that can do it, but...
He didn't mash out! Dabuz literally just took all those pummels because I think what was going through Dabuz's mind is he wanted to just DI. Like, he's got to grab, he's going to try to go for the up throw, I'm going to DI the correct way. So Numbers is like, I'm just going to pummel you until it doesn't matter how you DI. You're going to die on Battlefield.
All that extra percentage just gave him everything he needed to secure that up throw, even on a large stage like Battlefield.
And we're seeing a repeat of game one where Numbers takes the first stock and then gets hit by a forward smash.
Just eats it immediately, and Dabuz might have lost his Luma at the cost of that, but...
Luma is gone, but that caused John Numbers to immediately spawn in as fast as he could and dash in.
Yeah, he's got more of those Lumas coming on the way. There's another one right now, but John is sticking on top of Rosalina right now. Very smart.
He's out of jumps. He can keep him airborne. Oh, he managed to grab the ledge to recharge his double jump meter. Thought he was going to try to go for a forward smash against the Luma to try to knock him out of the play, but he wants to keep it safe. He doesn't want to overcommit. He's got Dabuz at 101%. We're seeing a repeat of the first game again. This is exactly how it went down.
And then Parallel Dancing Blade not going to be able to get rid of the Luma. Up air's going to do
up air did. I heard that battle scream.
But he's got...
Gets the shield break and Dabuz pausing. Forfeiting the game.
All right.
He's gone.
You know, for all the technical prowess behind this man, he's still got to learn the classic LRA start.
Yo, my man, I didn't think John would go for it. I didn't think he was so daring because that was definitely a Mr. E shield breaker.
Yeah.
Because John has not used shield breaker once this entire set. So why not go for it when you're applying so much pressure to your opponent? He's like, guess what? He thinks I'm going to land on the stage and grab him. He's going to try to spot dodge. No, he's surprised shield breaker. It was just such a good timing from John.
It was such a fluid motion as well. Immediately from Luma to death, and then take care of Rosalina. Let's see if we can make it happen on Town and City. And we have the switch. We got the Olimar.
And I agree with this counter pick 100%. Because the reason John Numbers plays Lucina is to fight against Rosalina. That's the reason. So now he's playing Olimar. Numbers has to learn like a completely different matchup for this character that he didn't originally pick her up to begin with. Like, this is a matchup that he'd like to play Wii Fit Trainer in, I assume, or possibly Corrin.
But he doesn't have that opportunity just yet.
He is locked into Lucina.
And we're seeing that Dabuz is going to play the slow game. He just wants to zone out with the Pikmin, let them get that residual damage over time, and just sort of organize his little army so that when John Numbers does approach, he gets punished for it.
I'm loving these little quick down tilts coming from John. It's just short, simple, sweet, to the point. May not kill the purple ones, but applies damage and gets rid of the other ones. It's super quick, no long cooldowns, and it reaches downwards because the Pikmin are so tiny.
Yeah. And even at that, because Lucina ducks so low, some of the Pikmin fly over her. But
a nice catch coming from Dabuz. He used the yellow Pikmin as a bait. It was a pawn in his game of chess. And you know what? It's been over a minute, and John has yet to touch Dabuz. It was going pretty even beforehand, but the second Dabuz got a little bit of momentum, he already tacked on an easy 95, 96, 97, 98 damage.
He just hasn't had a chance to properly approach because he's worried about managing all of these Pikmin. Meanwhile, Dabuz has just been sitting pretty, and yeah, he's eating these dancing blades right now, but he really hasn't had to worry about much.
And that was smart use of the counter coming from John because he knew there was a Pikmin wailing on him, and that can activate counter at any time. And it's something that Dabuz is very aware of.
Dabuz does not have a good Pikmin lineup right now. There's not much you can do with yellow and white at these percentages, so probably going to be seeing him throw a lot of these Pikmin so he can try and reorganize himself as he goes in for the kill on John.
He wants a purple for kill or a blue for a grab. That's definitely what he's looking for. So, I mean, the yellow might still come in handy, but now he's got a blue on deck. I can sense a grab coming up, and I think John Numbers knows this. He knows how the Pikmin work. If there's anyone that knows anything about, like, every small little thing about this game, it is John Numbers. That man labs the crap out of this game.
Yes, he's very well learned, and unfortunately, he's going to have to work off of a major deficit now.
Using the purple, dude.
Purple hits hard.
Yeah, I mean, he caught that John Numbers was going to go for the ledge jump and immediately caught the exact ground where he was going to be. It's just a nice little ledge trap because he was throwing Pikmin on the ground to prevent him from using any other get-up option.
That up tilt reaches so far from Olimar. It covers so much space that John could be moving in. And what was that, pivot grab off the blue Pikmin? Tons of damage coming out of that.
Things are looking a little bleak here for John. Let's see if he can try to get a spike. He manages to miss it. And Dabuz is overlapping him in percent. I feel like John just doesn't have an answer to, like, break this wall. He knows how to deal with the Pikmin, but he doesn't know how to get into the wall to try to tack on some damage. But as I say that, the stretcher dragging Dabuz.
And that's the second time that he's managed to miss the tech off these edge guards. Very smart of Dabuz to go to the opposite ledge, because if he keeps on sitting in this situation, John is going to take this stock off of him. He's able to follow him very well off stage.
But I'm sure Dabuz isn't too worried about this. Like, he's already got John at 100%. I mean, we're looking for another shield breaker, desperate shield breaker, I might add, coming from John, trying to get something to work. You know he's fishing for a kill at this point. Throws out a shield breaker, throwing out a forward smash. Yeah, he's playing it safe now with the down tilt.
Both of them doing a little bit of fishing right now. We see that Dabuz going for these forward and up smashes, and even though they are deceptively safe, it's just clashing with what John wants to put out, because he wants to go for that kill too, but Game 3 is going to be ending in that 2 stock.
Yeah, you know what? Olimar is one of those characters that gives you the ability to just throw out smash attacks to be safe, because it's a move to throw out your minions. Right. It's another puppeteer character, just like Rosalina. I think we're finding a theme here.
Yes.
Dabuz, he likes puppeteering. He likes giving orders.
But Bayonetta kind of breaks that theme.
Yeah, but he doesn't use her too much. It's a character he's still like experimenting with.
I would like to see more of it. I love Bayonetta.
It's a fun character to watch, and you know what else is fun to watch? This next set coming up, Dill versus